Action.
Hello and welcome to Spontaneous Talk. My name is Chuck Phillips and we're going to be covering different subjects each week, and we're going to talk about whatever we want to talk about, and we're probably going to solve all the world's problems. This week we're visiting Brian Zimmerman in his man cave in Parkville, Maryland. And here's Brian now. Brian, come on in and have a seat. Grab a beer.
How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing all right. Hey, I thought you might want to talk about the world champion Pittsburgh Steelers and see what your thoughts were about this off season, if they need to make any changes. And we have training camp coming up here in a couple months. What do you think?
Well, Chuck, I think that, we had the toughest schedule last year, and we were world champions. I think that, we got a lot going on. I don't think there's a lot of changes that need to be made. We have some free agent things going on, and, it might be some acquisitions we need to make, but I think overall, we're set for another run.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. How do you feel about the NFL? Have you seen that on ESPN? They're talking about adding some more games to the season. What do you think about that?
I don't know, Chuck. I think, it's like, we got a 16-game season. We got a 17-week with a bye. We're already playing into February. I think we're good the way we got it. I think, obviously the NFL wants more money, but, I think we're good the way we got it right now.
That's a good point. They do always want more money. Well, spring is in the air. We got some warmer temperature here, and I know you're out there getting your yard all mowed up, and it looks like Hammond Yard's out there. What do you think the Orioles are going to do? They got opening day starting tomorrow, and there's like a 90% chance of rain.
Well, Chuck, first I want to say, my lawn is like a carpet out there. It's gorgeous, and anybody wants to stop by and see it, it's gorgeous. It's presented by Scott. But the Orioles tomorrow, it's an incredible atmosphere down there at Hammond Yards. It's a wonderful opening day experience for anybody who hasn't been there. But the sad part about it, it's going to be raining out tomorrow, and nobody's going to play, and everyone's going to be soaked. And I think there's going to be a lot of call-outs on Tuesday.
I think you're probably right about that. Well, this beer you have is good, Bud Select. Have I ever told you my doctor, he always says drinking 2 beers a day is good for you. It's a healthy thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I finally learned just to stop counting after 2 beers, and I feel great.
Well, I think we should stop counting after 2. I mean, it would be awesome if the bartenders stopped counting after 2. I mean, we'd be a lot richer if that happened, right?
Life would be good. Well, life is good. I wanted to ask you, I know your life is good. You just recently got married, and...
Yeah, about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I was wondering, how's that going for you?
Well, Chuck, it is what it is, and we try to make the best of it. The thing I want to know is, you're recently a bachelor, and you've been experiencing a lot of different things, and are you going to take the plunge again?
Well, I was married once, you know that, and I've been I was single for over 21 years, but in a long-term relationship. But if I ever did think about getting into a relationship where I was going to get married again, have you got any advice for me?
Well, it's like I always thought about it like this. If you were going to get married, it should be like a 7-year contract. For the Catholics out there, the Christians out there, 7 years sticks with the biblical theme. You go 7 years, you make a contract, and maybe like after 5 years, you could renegotiate.
There you go.
You could if you want to do a contract extension, you could do like another, you could renegotiate, you could alter things, you could talk about, because the first couple of years are great, but after that you really need to kind of rethink some things. And the other thing I've been thinking about, and something for you to think about, is I've been, you do the vows, it's for better or for worse, for in healthiness and sick, and for richer or poor, and I've had the sick and the worse and the poor. I'm ready for those 3 things. You know what I mean?
That's great. Well, listen, I want to give a shout out to Chris Coleman and his great friends down in Charlotte, North Carolina. And you guys are awesome, fantastic, Southern hospitality.
Can't wait to come see you guys someday.
Chris, thank you for the idea. This is going to be great. I wanted to say hello to Tanya, Brett, your lucky man, and Tammy. Woohoo! So listen, look for the next edition of Spontaneous Talk on YouTube. That'll be next week. And next week's show, we're going to be in Pasadena, Maryland. That's my man cave.
The Dina.
That's what the locals call it, the Dina. And this broadcast is sponsored by Bud Select. Ain't the beer cold?
Who loves you, baby?